together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's all IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, it is the first big slate of the NBA season. We have one game in the NHL after 16 last night. That was so much fun last night, having every single team play on one night. I always enjoyed that. I remember last year it was a ton of fun. I love the staggered start times. I wish they would do that more during non-Frozen Frenzy nights because that's awesome. So, but we'll quickly recap yesterday, and then we will get into today's card. The NBA, I went 0-1 to start the year. I was stupid to bet against LeBron and his son in their first game together. You know the NBA was never going to let them lose that game, ever. So that was a stupid bet. It is what it is. Hockey, though, was good. I went 9-6 up 3.17 units. Could have been better, but we have – actually, it could have been way worse. I apologize. I had a couple games that really helped me at the end there. The Wild were a wire-to-wire, non-sweat dog winner, which you love to see. I think it was 2-0 at the end of the first period. It was 5-1 the final. So they dominated that game. And the Wild are a team that I was kind of high on heading into the year. I talked off of futures for them. I won't name the person who talked me off of Wild futures other than Let's Go Wild picks. But so there was that. Tampa Bay was not happy about losing to what do you call it? The Leafs. Devils -1, even with Johansson in net, did not get there. In hindsight, the better play for that game, if I wanted to fade the Lightning, would have just been the Devils team total over because of Johansson in net. If my cap was Johansson was going to be in net, the team total over should have been the play, not a -1 line. And it's what it is. My favorite play of the day, my favorite game of the day, the team total over cashed in the first period, the full game over cashed in the second period. Rangers team total over 3.5, full game over 6. They win 7-2. So that was fun there. Probably the most frustrating game of the night. The Islanders completely dominated the Red Wings. When you look at shots on goal, 29-10, I think it was 3-1 expected goals. So of course, hockey does hockey things, and the Red Wings win 1-0. Lost the team total over, lost the full game over for that one there. I noticed a pattern with the Islanders, and I think this is the way you got to bet them. They score a lot of goals, they get shut out. They score a lot of goals, they get shut out. They score a lot of goals, they get shut out. It started with the I think it was a 5-4 game against the Utah Hockey Club. They get shut out against Dallas. They put up 6 against Colorado. They get shut out against St. Louis. They put up 4 against Montreal. They get shut out against Detroit. There's that. Blues +130 was a loser there. Colorado Avalanche -117, nice little winner there. They're starting to get on the right track. Bad beat for puck line bettors there. You had the puck line for that game, right, Tim?
Yes, but I regret nothing.
Did you watch the end of that game?
I watched.
Did you watch the end of the game?
I watched about 10 minutes of hockey yesterday, and that was the last 10 minutes of the Sabres game as I was leaving work.
Okay. In that game, McKinnon scored an empty net goal to make it 4-1 Avalanche. They waved it off for offsides. The Kraken scored 3.5 seconds to go in the game. Ouch.
That's bad.
How about them Nashville Predators? I flipped the script on them yesterday. I've been fading them a little bit this year, and I turned around and said this is the time to buy low on them. And I think going forward, it's going to be a good time to buy low on them and keep going with them. Nice little winner there, -122 on the money line. Carolina Hurricanes never in doubt. They were down 2-0 heading into the third period. They scored 2 in the third. They win it in overtime, and none other than Sebastian Aho with the overtime winner there. Calgary Flames, team total over 3.5, full game over 6.5, never in doubt. They scored 2 goals each in the third period as it was 1-1 heading into the third, and now the Penguins still have not gone a game without giving up at least 3 goals. I'm going to keep betting into this until they don't. I really am. Spoiler, the next time the Penguins play a hockey game, it's the opponent team total over and it's the full game over because they've done it basically every game. So, Sharks team total over, full game over. That was a double there and ended the night off with a winner. Thank you to the Vegas Golden Knights for getting all of the goals in that game for the over, basically. Over 5.5, the Golden Knights win 6-1. So nice profitable night in hockey. Should have stayed off the NBA. I'll be getting involved in the NBA today, though. So decent slate. I don't know if I'm getting a hockey game, though.
Okay. Yeah, I know today NBA card, I'm on like 3 plays. So start off with the non-hockey plays yesterday. The over in the Sam Houston FIU game. I looked at the score of that game at halftime. And I thought it was glitched out or something when it said 0-0. That was an ugly loser. Both NBA plays were awful. I had the Knicks and the T-Wolves. It is what it is. I also had a little Minnesota parlay yesterday with the Wild and the T-Wolves that missed as well. But let's go through the hockey card, which I will say, Nick, I was doing my numbers. Going into yesterday, my hockey record was a staggering 17-40, down 14.86. At the end of the day, I'm 28-46, down 5.02. So I made a nice little comeback yesterday. And it started off with an ugly one with the Flyers on the puck line. I figured it was a too easy line to bet the Capitals. I was wrong, but I would still take that play every single time. Minnesota Wild plus 129 was a nice winner. Tampa Bay Lightning plus 133 was a nice winner. Buffalo Sabres plus 125 was a nice winner. New York Rangers on the puck line plus 123 was a nice winner. The Columbus Blue Jackets outright plus 191. That was a nice winner. The Detroit Red Wings plus 133. That was a nice winner.
Not lucky on that one.
Winnipeg puck line, kind of fell flat on that one. Vancouver puck line, that was a nice winner, plus 145. Avalanche puck line, I regret nothing. It is what it is. Because on the flip side, Nick, my biggest cash of the day, Nashville puck line, plus 206. Yeah. Nice winner there. Carolina Hurricanes money line, nice little winner there, plus 108. Utah gets shut. They got shut out, right? 4-0.
Yeah, I believe so.
4-0 at the end of the first. I think it was 4-0 at the end of the first, and that's how it finished.
Something like that.
Calgary Flames puck line was a loser, but I also bet their team total over. So I still was profitable on that game. Sharks, nah. And then the Golden Knights puck line at plus 181 to end the night. My updated hockey record is 28-46, only down 5.02 units at the moment. At the peak of my worst for hockey, I was down 15.63. So when it comes to hockey, I'm taking plus money shots. So I take plus money, so you could easily flip it around. And yes, some of these plays I could win with just money lines, but I would be nowhere near where I am now. So when it comes to it, I take plus money shots with hockey. If I lose, I lose.
One thing I want to know with your hockey record there is your average line. Your average line of the plays you're betting. Because I'm seeing these plus 175s, these plus 200s, these plus monies and all that. I'm curious. I'm curious what your average line is.
I could probably figure that out for you. Here, go to the chat. I'm gonna go start taking them down to see what exactly each one was, and I can average it out that way. So I can do that for you.
Yeah.
It won't take very long.
There you go. We'll head over to the chat. Mike Glennon coming in. I know it's canon. It's Mike Glennon. It'll always be Mike Glennon. Rangers over 3.5 goals. There you go. Dylan Strome over 0.5 point. Capitals money line. Wild money line. Lightning money line. Mrazek over 26.5 saves lost. Lankinen over 25.5 saves won. Redskins. Red Wings. Wow. And Islanders over 6 was a loser there. Yeah, that Islander game felt like a tough luck loser type of thing there. And I know it was 1-0, but the Islanders should have scored way more goals. Alex Lyon, nothing was getting past him last night, apparently. Blues money line lost. Avalanche money line, hell yeah. Hurricanes, Predators, Flames, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Over 5.5 in Knights and Kings as well. 11-3 in the NHL. Knicks plus 5.5 was no sweat bet for you. So you just got the money returned. Over 46.5 Sam Houston FIU. I stayed completely off of college football yesterday. I did make a move on a college football game tonight though, so we'll see how that goes. There, 11-4 yesterday. Very good. There you go. What's good, Nicholas Handy? What's good, Robert? I saw on Twitter. Yeah, you killed it yesterday. Wow. And you gave out the Canes plus 800 and the Flames plus 600 on the ice, guys. Wow. Wow. That's awesome, man. I had T-Wolves 2 split on the day. I bet the Caps team total over 3.5 and the Bucks minus 3.5 today. You guys like the Caps today? I have to look deeper into the NBA. I
didn't touch the Cavaliers game.
See, for me with the NBA, I like to see how the markets mature and things along those lines. So I really don't look too heavily into it until the morning of. So we'll see. Isles, Red Wings versus Isles. Yeah, 11 shots on goal. I think it was actually 10, which was the lowest shots on goal total in a Red Wings victory since 1959. Yeah. I love hockey. Always wait to bet until goalie's confirmed, even if that means last 10 minutes. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to put up plays before 10 minutes before the game starts, so I don't have that luxury most of the time. I came back with VGK. Flyers lost this to play. Yeah. 2-0 in the NBA. Let's keep the streak alive. There you go. Rangers went up 4-0 in 10 minutes. That's scary good. Yeah. They're my Stanley Cup pick this year. New York Rangers. Sucks, but they are. Everyone says the Stars are going to win the Cup, but they can't beat the Sabres. Who's the fraud? I mean, it's one bad game, really. And, I mean, they lost to the Caps as well. So, I mean, and we've seen this in years past with the Dallas Stars, is they played down to their competition. And they were just coming in off of the win against the Edmonton Oilers. I was leaning Buffalo in that game, and, of course, I didn't pull the trigger on it. What's good, Gary? Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Drewski. Finally back in the black for hockey. So there you go. I had AD over 24.5 points. Cash easily. There you go. Always deposit 100 every Wednesday for the free $20 on Bet Rivers. Can't give that up yet. Unfortunately, Bet Rivers is not available to me, so I can't do that. Tim, you've been doing this how many years? And you bet the Avalanche puck line? Yes.
Yep. Good point.
Nick, are you on the Capitals puck line tonight? That would be the only way I would look. Is Capitals -1 would be the only way I look. It's just whether or not I want to bet it or not, because they just beat the Flyers last night, but now they're coming back to Cap 1, so we'll see. The Flyers are just a bad hockey team. I might have the Flyers as a bottom 5 hockey team this year. Like, they're that bad. LAD winning the World Series easy. I do like the Dodgers to win the World Series. That is something I'm looking to potentially bet. I'm not sure yet. I have a feeling we can get a better number potentially after Game 1 because I kind of think Game 1 favors the Yanks a little bit. Cole against Flaherty. I need to look deeper into it, but if I cap that game for the Yankees Game 1, I will probably wait on the Dodgers for Game 2.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
You want to know my average line for hockey?
Yeah.
Plus 154.
That's beautiful.
154.5.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Morning. What's good, Markel? Flames to win their division at 17-1. No, I wouldn't personally, and I get it.
You're buying a little high.
You'd be buying a little high on this Flames team. I think they were a team that people thought was going to be the worst team in hockey coming into the year. I was very iffy on them. Like, I didn't know how to approach them. But yeah, I'm on the Cavs. See you at the window. Already. There you go. Morning, boys. What's good, Mitty? Looks like a new face in the chat there. Cavs minus 10 Cavs and their team total over. Tampa looking good. What a win. Yeah, that was huge for the Lightning last night.
It was just a bounce back spot for them.
It was. I live better. I live better. Rangers looking minus 3.5. I live bet. Okay, there you go. Liberty team total over 35.5. I'm not involved in that game. I am involved in the other game tonight, which is the Middle Tennessee Jacksonville State game. I'm involved in that one. I'm not involved in the Kennesaw State game. Tim, it's a stupid bet, but I got the Warriors to win division. My future boost.
Hey, I'll say you're correct. It is a stupid bet. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I'm on the Pistons plus 4.5. There you go. I laid the juice minus 130 for LAD to win it. Yeah, that would be the only way I would look to bet that series. I think the Yankees are going to find out that the Dodgers are not the Guardians or the Royals, and I know I was ripped on yesterday for saying that the Mets would have beaten the Yankees in the World Series. If the Yankees had the Mets run, they wouldn't have made it past the Philadelphia Phillies.
I agree, but that's beyond the point.
That's beyond the point.
It's just the fact that the NL is better than the ALs. That's all it is.
No, yeah, the National League was significantly better, especially when the Astros and the Orioles got bounced in the wild card. That made it way, way, way easier for the Yankees to make the World Series. So,
yep.
And always trust in betting against the Penguins in some way. Absolutely, absolutely, love it. Magic money line tonight.
Yes.
We'll cap that in a little bit. I was looking at the Magic also. Orlando Magic. Oh. Pacers minus 4.5. Easy on the Pacers there. I like the over in the Jacksonville State game. I was kind of leaning in that direction as well. Seeing that line go from 65.5 down to 63.5 was confusing, but yeah. I can see the Magic, but probably under in that game. Maybe overtime. There you go. Would weirdly rather have the Yankees win, but I think the Dodgers will win like 5. My prediction was Dodgers in 6, and I think game 1 can go to the Yankees. Game 2 go to the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers take 2 out of 3 in New York.
I'm just hoping for a giant meteor.
Yeah, me too. When is the first game of the World Series? Friday. Pacers minus 4.5 is easy. There you go.
We'll
start it because we have the Indiana Pacers as the first game on the card. So you guys knew where we're going already. We have the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons. The Pacers are 5-point favorites in this game, total 235 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game. Line opened up at a 5 on August the 28th or 25th. Got up to a 6, back to a 5.5, down to a 5, down to a 4.5. And then it's now back at a 5. So we've had really no line movement. It did get all the way up to a 6 at one point, and it got all the way as low as a 4 at one point. This line opened up at a 232.5, and it's done nothing but move up. 232.5, and then on August the 25th, August the 27th, it went to a 234. On October 12th, it was a 235, and now we're seeing 235.5 and potentially 236s popping up soon, which tells me we probably see some points in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. Let's see if we have a little bit more of a understanding in this game with the way the lines moved with the market. We have 79% of tickets and 79% of cash on the Pacers. The line's moving, and the line really hasn't moved, but it's bounced up and down. 80% of tickets and 82% of cash is on the over. The line moving towards the over in this one here pretty significantly. Let's take a look at what these two teams are working with this year. Because we have the Indiana Pacers. Looks like they're starting 5 this season once this loads. That'll be cool. Because they're no, I want their depth chart, right? Depth chart? I think so. Yep. It will be Tyrese Halliburton with Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Myles Garrett. They have Obi Toppin on the bench, as well as Isaiah Jackson, Benedict Mathurin, Ben Shepherd, TJ McConnell. On the flip side, the Detroit Pistons, I mean, they're projected to be the worst team in the NBA this year, if I remember right.
One off.
Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Azure Thompson, but it looks like Thompson's going to be out for tonight. So probably Tim Hardaway Jr. will draw in at the small forward there. Tobias Myers and Jalen Duren. Bench players Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Malik Beasley. I really don't know what to do with this Pistons basketball team this year. And I kind of want to see it first before I try to guess what they're going to be. My lean would be an over in this game. We remember the Pacers were an extremely high-paced over team. The line's moving towards the over, kind of. Bets are coming in on the over, but the line's at least moving towards it. They're showing some respect towards it. I would only look towards an over in this game at 235.5 would be my lean. But do I feel the need to force action on this game? No. I think there's probably better spots on this card.
There are better spots on this card. I did take the over in this game. I just added it to my card. I think for a while I'm just going to bet Pacer overs. They were a very high-tempo team last year. And I do not see the Pistons having a good defense this year. You look at what they have almost the same team as last year. And you kind of look at their stats from last year, and they were the worst team in basketball, and they were giving up 120 points a game. I can see the Pacers running up tempo again because they're a young team. That's what they're going to do. I just took the over in this one. I would actually lean towards the Pistons, to be honest. They're going to be a bad team, but I could see some other teams having some really, really rough years. I look at Toronto, maybe worse than Detroit.
Toronto's going to be terrible.
Toronto's going to be bad. Washington will be bad again. Charlotte will be bad again. And I think Portland's going to be bad again this year, but I don't think Portland's going to be as bad as people think. I think Golden State might be bad this year, but that's not the point. But I'm on the over in this game. That's what I'm going to run with.
Do you think defensively they'll be bad this year? The Pacers. Now, granted, I don't know how much you read into preseason or how much the starters read into preseason.
Nothing.
Playing the preseason. They went 4-0 to the over in preseason. The Indiana Pacers.
Preseason, I don't really care about. It doesn't matter because you're starting a bunch of players that are not actually like starting games. It's kind of like spring training. Do you put much into spring training?
No, I don't. So okay.
No, I just don't see any use in that.
Would you lean towards the Pacers in this game if you were looking?
I would lean towards the Pistons.
Would lean towards the Pistons.
If I'm betting it,
that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
If I'm betting the Pistons, I'm leaving the points at the door and I'm taking them outright. But I'm not betting this game. I'm not betting a side in this one. I'm just taking the over.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting, and I know I'm continuing on about this game, but because I kind of have a spot that I kind of like in this game. I don't trust the Pistons to cover this number personally, but one thing I think I can trust is that the Pacers are going to give up points because the Pacers were still a really strong team last year. What were they? They were they were 47-35 last year, and they gave up the fourth most points per game. They gave up over 120 points per game. You see? Did we see anything with their roster that makes us think that they can play any type of better defense this year, or do you think that this is just a team that's going to continue to play running gun?
They're going to continue to play running gun defense, and they're going to just try to continue trying to outscore their opponents.
All right. I'm going to make a move on this game. I'm going to take the Detroit Pistons team total over 115.5 at -110.
There you go. Pistons +5. I would lean that way. I can honestly see myself adding that later in the day. Follow the CapperTek, and you'll know exactly. You'll see whether or not I add it or not. And if I add it, I'll end up putting it up on the site as well. Because NBA is me, so all the NBA plays that are here will be up on the site as well. 15% of money on the Pistons. I have a feeling Pistons are probably going to end up making my card, but if I bet them, they're going to be outright. Pacers money line and parlay, no. Pistons outright with Cade, Ivy, and Turner props. I won't talk you off of it. Nick. What up, my guys? Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy! Decent NBA slate. Let's find some value. Let's cash. And let's effing go. Value, value, value. I'm back. Marcos. Shit, it's been a while. It's good to see you, dude. Pistons, 30-plus wins. You know what? You're taking a big price tag? Go for it.
Honestly, yeah.
It is 120 a high team total.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, it is. Nothing better than a full NBA slate besides a full NFL.
There's the full hockey last night, so.
Yeah, Marcus, I was on the opposite side of those, so not a good start for me. Indy and Detroit over. Yes. Was thinking Pacers money line, Capitals in regulation. I personally don't like the Pacers tonight. But that's just me. I can get behind the over. Risky play. Cade Cunningham points and assists. Nets, Hawks over. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm probably not going to touch that game. Siakam double-double, +180. That's right. Siakam's on what do you call it? On Indiana. Yeah. I can see it. I still don't put much stock into the thing. Don't. Durant double-double, sure. Cade Cunningham over points and assists. I don't hate it. His double-double is normally -250. Yeah, that's probably a little high. Pacers already peaked last year. I don't see them getting any better. I kind of agree. I don't see them having a massive season now.
You don't think the Eastern Conference Finals again?
No, I don't. I remember Marcos. It's been a while. Yes, it has. You better be Higgs show for the Marcos Minute. Good to see y'all. I missed y'all too. It's been since June. Yeah, let's get it. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, with the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Are the Nets going to be another one of those teams that are just terrible this year?
Yeah, Nets are going to be terrible.
Okay, I figured as much, but yeah, the Hawks are 6.5-point favorites. This line opened up at a 7.5, and it's gone from a 7.5 down to a 7, down to a 6.5. It did hit 6 for a minute and went right back up to the 6.5. So a little bit of buyback on the Hawks when it got to a 6.5. When it got down to a 6, but it looks like it's moved a full point towards these Brooklyn Nets. And then we have the total opening up at a 220.5 on August the 25th. On September the 30th, it was a 221.5. On October 16th, it was a 222, and now we're seeing 222.5. So we do have a move towards the over here as well in this game. We have 83% of tickets, 89% of the cash is on the over. Line's moving towards the over at least. 66% of the tickets, 61% of cash coming on the Nets, which explains the line move towards the Brooklyn Nets in this spot. Let's take a look at the teams that they are bringing in. The Brooklyn Nets, who last year were not very good if I remember right.
No, they were not.
I'm getting up numbers here. There we go. They finished 4th in the Atlantic Division, 32-50. The only team they finished above was the Toronto Raptors. Their rotation is going to look like Dennis Schroeder, Cam Thomas, Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Nick Claxton. Some of their players on their bench, Bojan Bogdanovic, but Bogdanovic is not going to be available for today. It looks like his indications are out on ESPN. I don't know how accurate those are, though. Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, and good old Ben Simmons will be their second-string point guard on this team. On the flip side, the Atlanta Hawks, they're coming into this season after what was a disappointing year last year. They finished 36-46, and they made the play-ins at 10 games under 500. They lost the play-ins. I believe they lost to the Bulls in that 9-10 matchup. Trae Young will be returning to this team, along with Dyson Daniels, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and Clint Capella. Okonwu, Larry Nance Jr., and Bojan Bogdanovic, the brother of the other Bogdanovic, will be on their bench for a little bit of depth there. I got nothing on this game. I guess I'd have a slight lean towards the Brooklyn Nets if I had to bet a side in this game, a slight lean towards the over in this game, but no interest in this one here.
Real quick, I'll mention I did add Pistons money line to my card. I stayed completely off of this game. I wanted nothing to do with it. This is not a team. Neither of these two teams I'm high on or interested in this season. Nets may be the worst team in basketball. Could be, very well. And I'm not laying 6.5 points on the Hawks. I'll be quick because I know I'm not going to be able to be here for the entire card because I have to leave at 11:30 area for work. I'm going to be passing on this game.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Give me Trae Young double. See you at the window. Wasn't Hawks bad against the spread? Hawks were very bad against the spread last year. Yes. Net spread. You can see it. Capella double. Cam Thomas 30+ points. Pass. Ben 6 points. Book it. Ben Simmons 6 points. Is that his total? Nets and Knicks double. Okay. I do have a play in this one, Nick.
Yeah, let's get into it here. Battle of Florida, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic. This line opened up at a 1 for the Miami Heat on August the 25th. And on the 10th of October, it went to a 1.5, and now it's a 2. So we do have a move towards the Miami Heat in this game. Line opened up 210, got down to a 208 in the on October the 21st. And since then, it went down to a 207 at one point, back up to a 208.5. So we've had a little bit of a line move towards the under from the opening line back in August. And we have a small move towards the Miami Heat. See if the markets kind of agree with that there. 76% of the tickets and 69% of the cash. Nice is on the Heat. On the spread, 88 and 84 on the money line. 90% of tickets and 87% of the cash is on the over in this game. Yet this line's dropping. I mean, this has the feel of an under type of game here, but it's once again, it's a low total, 208.5. But we saw this last year. The Heat played to a lot of low totals. The Orlando Magic, their starting five are going to be Suggs, Caldwell, Pope, Wagner, Banchero, and Carter Jr. On the flip side, the Miami Heat are bringing back, I think a few players. Yeah, Terry Rozier, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic, not Jokic, Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. Alex Burks will be off the bench for them, and so will Duncan Robinson and Kevin Love. I think this is a deep Miami team, and I think they could be decent this year. Am I getting involved with them in the first game here? No, I have a small lean towards Miami if I'm getting involved in this game. Stronger lean towards an under in this game. I think that this will be a Miami team that will look towards unders with. Last year, I believe they were a decent under team as well. They were 35 and 47 to the under last year. So I'd lean towards unders in this game if I had to bet anything.
How about let's start off the season with the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. What? Oh. I'm on the Magic today. I took them at plus money. I'm going to be high on this Magic team. I was high on them the last couple of years, and they've proven me right. They made the playoffs last year. They had a nice little run. And I do have a lot of faith in this Magic team to finish. I'm going to say they're going to finish from 3 to 5 in the East this year. I think the two teams that will be above them at the end of the year will be the Celtics and the Knicks. Other than that, I think that the Orlando Magic could be the 3rd or 4th best team in the Eastern Conference. I'm taking them here. I'm getting a little bit of plus money. I got plus 114 on the money line. That's just going to be one of the teams I'm going to be riding a little bit this year. They kind of remind me of like the Thunder. When I was high on the Thunder and then they became the number 1 team in the West last year. I could see something similar. I don't see them becoming the number 1 team in the West. Or in the East. I'm not saying that. But I do see the Miami Heat being a really good team this year. Sorry, the Orlando Magic being a really good team. I do not see it from the Heat as much. I think the Heat could be a play-in team. Mm-hmm. 5 or 6.
I'm kind of looking at unders in this game, first half or full game or something like that. I don't know how I would like to approach it, but
I can see an under in this one for sure.
The markets and everything correlate really well to an under because all the tickets, all the money are on the over. Yet this line's dropped and it's a low total. I just want to decide if I'm going to double up on it because I think I want to double up first half and full game unders, 106.5, 108.5, and that's exactly what I'm going to do actually. So that's how I'm going to move on this game.
Pass on the Atlanta game. For unders, never back off. Overs only. Bum suckers. Fun boobs. Nice. Magic. Yes. Heat to win the NBA Finals. You're crazy. No, the Miami Heat are not winning the NBA Finals. Isn't the rule Heat laying points at home fade, given points at home bet? Honestly, I got not a clue. Heat are gross. I agree. Never mind for Ben. I can't find FanDuel on. Oh wow. You're forcing and wasting time. Orlando money line. Paulo double. Play the song. I like Orlando. Suggs to get a steal. There you go. Magic are a good team. That's not public. Definitely will be backing them a lot this year. We will see them being backed a lot. Give me the under now. Heat will heat up -2. I like the over. Total's too low. Not to get off topic, but I'm sorry, Twins. I made money off NFL Week 7 and especially 6. All the favorites basically were the play Week 6. I was kind of like a kid in the candy store. Yes. Robert's waiting for that. No betting allowed. Bucks or Golden State Warriors to win the finals. Bucks will be a good team. Warriors will miss the playoffs. Speaking about the Bucks, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Philadelphia 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 4-point favorites in this game, total of 223.5. And nothing says NBA is back like the injury report we've already gotten from Philadelphia. Look at this line opened up at a 4.5, and it's now down to a 3.5, though. So it's moved towards Philly since the opening line, almost like they anticipated Embiid not playing at all. Line opened up 225.5 on October the 15th. It went to a 226, and now it's down to a 223.5. I think that's more telling of the Embiid news rather than the spread moving towards the 76ers. We have 47% of tickets, 53% of the cash is on the Bucks in this game, 82% of tickets and 81% of cash on the over. And I'm dropping a little bit there. It's 76ers or nothing for me if I'm betting this game. And it's just because, no Paul George and no Embiid. And yet this line's really not moved. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Caleb Martin will be starters, and I'm assuming Andre Drummond will slot in for for Embiid, Eric Gordon or Kyle Lowry will probably more, or KJ Martin will slip in for Paul George. On the flip side, Milwaukee, they'll probably be a strong team again this year.
No Chris Middleton or anybody.
Yeah. Giannis Antetokounmpo is day to day. Chris Middleton's out. Damian, he will play. Okay. Damian Lillard, Gary Trent Jr., Brooke Lopez on the team as well. Finally, they had Lillard last year, right?
Yep.
That was a trade deadline move. Yeah, I'm trying to remember NBA. That
wasn't a deadline move.
No, it was not. It was a preseason move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
if I remember right.
Well, all right. Oh, sounds about right. It's the NBA. I don't follow it that in depth, but it would be Sixers or nothing for me, and I'm just not gonna move on it.
I will say this is my favorite play of the day. I'm on the Sixers. And once I saw the news of Embiid out, I took him. The Sixers play really well without Embiid. Shocker. And I'm not really worried about Paul George because he wasn't on the team in general last year anyway. So I got him plus 3.5. Sixers, I like to – you'll notice if the injury news comes out early enough, I will back teams where their star players are out. So I saw Embiid out, I saw George out, I immediately jumped on the Sixers. That's what I do. Because what do you think this line is if Embiid and George are playing, Nick?
Sixers -2.
So you're saying I'm getting about 5.5 points worth of value. That's the way I see it. And I feel like over the course of the entire season, I'm going to find value in in the top players going out, not being in. That's how I'm going to ride it. Sixers for me in this one.
Fair.
Honestly, just live bet whatever team is down at half is my strategy. Not a bad strategy. Bucks -3.5, but looks square. I got Milwaukee +4 yesterday. Well, if you got +4, then that's good. Hopefully the Bucks are losing at halftime. I could live bet them. Maybe. I just don't know. Give me Maxey over points, Giannis over points and rebounds. Bobby Portis, Middleton out for the Bucks. Correct. Looking at the Bucks, they don't look strong. That's the roster. That like their roster besides the 2 stars. Yeah. Dame was on the team for the whole year. Yes.
I didn't remember.
What's a 76er? I know, right? Sixers +4. Bucks own them historically. 3.5 on my book. Yes. Yeah, it's in Philadelphia. It's 1776 after the Declaration of Independence. That's that, right? That's in Philadelphia, right? I don't know. Bucks spread, Lillard 3s, Maxey 3s, Portis points. There you go. I've got 14 minutes left, so let's try to run through as many as we can.
Yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers, 6.5-point road favorites against the Toronto Raptors, who might be the worst team in the NBA this year. So yeah, I will abbreviate my breakdowns. Then I'll give out market moves and things like that. Line opened up at 3.5 on August the 25th. On October the 15th, it was a -5. It's now -6.5. Line opened up to 18.5 in October, 220.5, now 225.5. A massive move towards the over, a massive move towards the Cleveland Cavaliers. 59% of tickets and 50% of the cash on the Raptors. The line's moving towards the Cavs. 83% of tickets and 85% of the cash is on the over here as well. I lean over. I lean Cavs. If I'm betting anything in this game, am I getting involved with it? Probably not.
I'm trying to find odds. Chat, help me out here. Oh, come on. Season props to make playoffs. Nope, never mind. Regular season wins. Futures.
Are you looking for the Raptors to be the worst team in basketball?
I'm looking for the worst record in baseball. Worst record in the NBA.
I can find that for you when you break down this game.
Yeah, I think this team's going to suck. I'm not grabbing the Cavs -6.5 on the road. I don't feel a need to. Maybe look towards an under in this game, maybe a Raptors team total under. Sorry, Toronto fans. I don't really think you got a good team this year. But I'm not betting this game in general. Ironically, it would be Raptors or nothing in this game after shit talking them. But if anybody in the chat can find odds for Raptors to have the worst record.
I'm going to look for that.
Correct, Tim. Didn't bet it, but I like the Cavs. I think Cavs first half spread. If you're going after it, first half spread is probably not a bad idea. Thomas bet the Cavs for me, and you're going to win both at the window. Excited. There you go. I will say I think the Raptors will compete though with Charlotte.
Yeah. No, I see Charlotte more as a
maybe not. Yeah. Futures.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I'll look for it.
All right, let's get into it here. We have the Charlotte Hornets and the Houston Rockets. The Rockets are 7.5-point favorites, total 229 in this game. We expect the Rockets to take a step up this year. The books definitely are. This line opened up at a 6.5, and it went down to a 6 originally. Then it's gone from a 6 to a 6.5 to a 7 to a 7.5 to an 8. So now we have the Rockets laying 8 points at home here. Line opened up in August at a 234.5. It's now and then it went to a 233.5, down to a 232, down to a 230.5, down to a 229.5, down to a 229. A massive move towards this under, and a decent move towards the Rockets in this game here, with 68% of tickets and 73% of cash on them. 76% of tickets and 70% of cash is on the over in this game. Yet this line's plummeting. But the question is, has this line moved too far? And I don't want to get the ass end of a line, and this game goes over 229, but it would go under like the 233 or whatever it was just a couple weeks ago. I'm staying off this game. I guess it's Rockets or nothing. I'd lay the points before I'd take them in this game, and I'd probably look towards an under, but neither are going to make my card.
Yeah, I'm passing on this game. I will say I was looking. I can't find the odds for them to have the least amount of wins, but currently there is 5 teams that are projected or have a win total less than the Raptors. Those are the Jazz, Pistons, Nets, Blazers, and Wizards. The lowest one I see is the Wizards. The Wizards and the Nets both have 19.5 on some books. Wow. Trailblazers 20.5. I find Raptors at 28.5. So they're not projected to be the worst team, but I think that's a decent. I think we could do that.
The under would probably be under or nothing with them, obviously.
Yes.
Fair.
Cavs spread. Evans double, Mitchell points, Dick points. Oh man, you gotta leave us. Leave us, Tim. Shake my head. It's usually Nick leaving to go to class. What's up? What up? You in school now, or are you working? I work full time now at Costco. So I had to be to work at 12:30. I leave here at 11:30 so that I can find parking in that crazy ass freaking parking lot. Past this game, Dodgers World Series, Hornets spread. Hornets, if they're at home and it was like a 5.5, is it a 4.5? I would, but Cavs 2.5 spread. Hornets 30 plus wins. Good luck. Cavs minus 6.5 pass. Toronto team total under our lean only. Yep. Sleep on this Hornets team. They match up well against the Rockets. They could. I don't think the Rockets are going to be a good team. I just want to see how a lot of these teams look before I really start betting it.
Fair. We'll keep on going. We have 4 more games. The Chicago Bulls and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Parleys minus 6 in this game, total 227.5. Taking a look at the line history in this one. Where is it? There we go. Line opened up 6.5. And then on October 19th, it was a 7.5. And since then, it's gone from a 7.5 down to a 6.5, down to a 6. So we do have a move towards the Bulls in this game here. Let's take a look at the total. 221 was the opening number. In October 10th, 222. You went all the way up to a 226.5, 227.5 at one point. It's now 226. So we do have a move towards the over. We have a move towards these Bulls. 74% of tickets and 73% of the cash is on the Bulls in this game. 82% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the over in this spot as well. Not something I'm getting involved with. I would lean Bulls. I would lean over in this game. But I have a feeling I'm going to move on more games when we don't have 3 months of line history to a point where I'm missing massive line moves. So that would kind of be where I would look is I'm going to be betting more NBA in the following days when we have less of a line history.
I don't blame you. Another game where I want to see where these two teams are at. I'm not high on the Bulls this year. I think they're a playing team at best. I think the Pelicans could have a decent year, but I'm not. There's a lot of teams. So you have your top tier teams that you know are going to be your top tier teams, like Boston, Oklahoma City, New York, Denver, Minnesota, like the Mavericks. You know those teams are going to be good. But on the opposite side, you got teams like the Raptors, Jazz, Pistons, Nets, Blazers, Wizards. You know are going to be bad. And you got those limbo teams. I'm curious to see what those limbo teams look like. So I'm going to be staying off a lot of these limbo team games to start off the year.
Fair, and they're just an unknown commodity at this moment.
Sure. Pass on the Houston game. DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
For a fourth.
Chiefs are going to end up winning the Super Bowl again. So Pelicans spread and Zion double-double if he plays. He should play. Pass in bellies. Remember when those Bulls were number 1 seed in like 2021? Man, that seems like a while ago. Good luck today. You two stop Geo. Pass lean Bulls. I think I want to jump on this game, Nick.
Memphis Grizzlies and the Utah Jazz. The Grizzlies are 3-point road favorites, total 228 in this game. The Jazz are supposed to be pretty bad this year, right?
Yes, Jazz are going to be one of the worst teams in basketball as well.
Yeah, this line opened up at a 2.5. It went up to a 4.5 on October 16th, but since then it's come right back down to the 2.5. So we've had really no line movement on this game. Line opened up at a 228.5. In October is 228. Now it's a 228.5. So a slight move towards the over and a move towards and really no move on the side. There's been buyback on the Jazz. 59% of tickets and 54% of cash is on the Jazz. 78% of tickets, 79% of cash is on the over. I guess I would lean Jazz. I would lean over in this game. But nothing I'm getting involved with at the moment. NBA is a wait and see type of game for me. Yeah, there's a lot of games on today. I bet a couple of them early. I still need to see a little bit more though. And the games I bet earlier, I felt like correlated more than all these other ones. Jazz would be the only thing I would pull the trigger on in this game. And I'm kind of actually interested in Utah in this game.
I'm actually going the opposite way. I'm going to take the Grizzlies. I know everybody's going to look down on them from last year because they were awful. I don't think they're going to be as bad this year. I think this might be one of your fringe playoff teams. Because keep in mind, their big gun was out last year. Ja Morant had all of his problems and everything. He was out last year, so it's very tough to judge this Memphis Grizzlies team from last year. And when it comes to it, I'm not going to judge them off of last year. I do like the Grizzlies in this one. I took a -2.5 to open up their season, and I think they're going to be one of those teams that I can make some money on this year.
Fair.
Back to the chat real quick. Utah Hockey Club rink.
They played the Delta Center.
Oh yeah. They play. Yes, the Utah Hockey Club plays in the Utah Jazz Stadium.
Yes.
Jazz spread in the game over the total. I can see the over. Bane points. Pass. Do basketball players not like playing on top of the ice? They don't. They don't play on top of the ice.
No, and I've heard of times where they did, the floors would get slippery. So
yeah. Pass. Yeah. On the New Orleans game. But what will hurt a little Durant out?
Durant is out. or Duran? Oh, Little Duran.
I think he'll play. I'm not 100% sure, though. Grizzlies play no defense. They didn't last year. Memphis -6. I don't hate that. Jazz don't play defense either. Kansas City 3-peat. How boring. Jazz money line. Yeah. I like the Grizzlies in this one. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers. The Suns 5-point favorites, total of 225.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. We have this line opened up at a 1. It's now a 5. On October the 15th, it was a 3. Now it opened up at a 1 on August 25th. So this has been around for a while. Line opened up on August the 25th at 225. On October 16th, it's a 224. It's now up to a 225.5. A massive move towards the Clippers, and I would like some clarity on why that line's moved that way. 52% of tickets, 66% of cash is on the Suns, and then 85% of tickets, 85% of cash on the over in this game. What injuries am I missing here in this spot? I didn't really look at an injury report, so who's not playing for the Clippers tonight?
I'm honestly not sure. I didn't look at this game all that much. I know I'm going to be a little bit higher on the Suns. I think they're going to be a better team this year, but it's probably something to do with, I don't know, who's one of the bigger guns. I didn't really look at this game all that much, so I don't know.
Fair. Yeah.
I probably should know, but this is one of the games I kind of looked at, saw the big line movement, kind of moved on from, because Clippers I'm a little bit sketchy with this year. It would be Suns or nothing, but not at this number.
See, I think at this number it would be it's Kawhi. Kawhi's not playing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it looks like Derek Jones Jr. will slot into the power forward role for that one, or Nicholas Batum. So yeah, that probably will do that, but yeah, it's Clippers or nothing for me. And at this number, the way the lines move, I think it may be an over. And now it's actually gone down to a 4.5 over on Bovada. So we do a move. It's moving back towards the Clips here in the spot. You can probably get a 5 at a reasonable number. Clippers team total over 110.5 -115. I think is kind of an interesting look as well.
I don't hate it. We'll try to get to that last game real quick. Jazz over, Clippers plus the points. You already know. Marcos, you worried about the Warriors in Kansas? Yes, he is. Suns spread, lean Clippers. I'm guessing Kawhi is always injured. Yeah, that's why I didn't really take it into hand. Take it to heart. I lean Suns but stayed off. I love Kawhi. He should just retired. I'm fading the Clippers like a haircut all year. I don't hate that idea. I lean Memphis, Clippers spread. I like it. It would be Clippers or it would be Suns or nothing for me. I'm going after this game, though, Nick.
We have the Golden State Warriors and the Portland Trailblazers. The Warriors -5.5, total of 221.5 in this game. This line opened up.
Can I quickly do this one and then head out?
Go for it.
Sorry. Just because I need to head out now. I'm on Portland. I'm going to be very low on this Golden State team. I don't think they should be 5.5-point favorites on the road to start the year. Portland is going to be bad. I'm not saying Portland's going to be a good team. I'm just fading Golden State off the rip. So starting off, ending my card with Portland plus the points in this one.
Fair.
There you go. Anyways, thank you. I'll be all my stuff's on my CapperTek. Check that out. I'll see. Have fun with the hockey game. I'm not betting hockey today.
Fair.
See you.
All right. Let's get into the line history. Line opened up at a 3.5. It's now up to a 6. It was a 4.5 on October the 16th. And then for the total, it opened up at a 226.5. That was a 225.5. Now all the way down to a 221.5. So a big move towards this under here as well. Once again, just probably another game I'm not getting involved with here. I bet early in the slate, and then the more I look at it, the less I like the later of the slate. It's a big card. I understand that, but I'm just going to ride with what I got, which is just Detroit team total over, and then the 2 unders, the first half full game unders in Orlando, Miami, and then I'll probably look to bet more NBA as we go forward. But in the beginning of the season, it's going to be one of those tread lightly type of times for me because I don't know what to expect from half these NBA teams, and I don't feel like trying to guess. See, Lee Memphis, Clippers spread. There you go. Hey guys, just started watching yesterday. Good job. What's your 3 best bets for today? I've only bet 3 things so far for the day. In the NBA, I don't know if I'm getting involved in the hockey game. So for me, I guess that's Detroit team total over 115.5. The first half under 106.5. The full game under 208.5 in Orlando and Miami. And that's it. That's the only thing those are the only 3 things I've bet so far. I also took a little bit of Middle Tennessee at 21 last night. So there's that as well. Blazers spread. I don't trust this Warriors team. Me neither. The claw is out. Okay, yeah. Warriors under 113.5 points. I can lean in that direction. Blazers first half money line. There you go. But we will go from the gridiron to the ice here. Back in the black in the NHL and looking to keep going forward here. Washington Capitals and Philadelphia Flyers minus 135 for the Caps. Total of 6 in this game. These 2 teams just played yesterday. We had the Washington Capitals coming out on top 4-1. So a good win for Washington there. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. It opened up at a 140. It's now a 147. Line opened up at a 6, a minus 108. Still a 6, a minus 108. Looks like Logan Thompson versus Ivan Fedorov. Fedorov 0-2 this year. The 606 goals allowed average and an 818 save percentage. He's been terrible. Logan Thompson, a 2-0 record with a 339 goals allowed average and an 877 save percentage. So he's been better. And my numbers for this game here, I mean, I kind of lean under the total. I have this game projected for 5.5. I do not trust Fedorov though for that. This Flyers team, I think, could be one of the worst teams in hockey this year. And I get it. The Flyers just lost last night, and I know a lot of people are just going to want to play flip-flop and go ahead and grab Washington or go ahead and grab Philadelphia in this game. And I kind of disagree with that here in this spot. Now, I would have to lay the -1 line with the Washington Capitals, and I'm kind of interested in doing that. I kind of want to see if people are turning around and betting Philly here. Let's take a look at the markets real quick. I'm just curious. No, 90% of tickets, 93% of cash on the Caps in this game. Wow. 91% tickets, 87% of cash on the over, which in the NHL, I really don't care when it comes to that. It would be an under or nothing for me. The 6.5 is minus 135. That's kind of appealing, but I don't like Fedorov. Caps -1 would probably be another lean for me here. I'm just going to see what Caps -1 would be. It'd be a plus 109. So maybe that's just a shot I would take if I'm looking to bet this game. It looks like it's just going to be a light night for me personally, and maybe I just start to fire away on college football for the week and look to bet other stuff and look to start capping tomorrow's NHL card, things like that. It's a light night for me. It looks like it's only going to be the 3 plays in the NBA, my 1 college football play. And I might add the Capitals -1. That would be the only way I would look at this game. And I get it. Actually, I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Screw it. Why not? It's just 1 unit. I'm going to take the Washington Capitals on the -1 line here in this game. It's plus 109, taking a shot with some plus money on a team that I think is significantly better than the Flyers. I thought both these teams were going to be teams that take a step back. Looks like I think it's just going to be the Flyers. I think the Caps are going to be just fine. And I know a lot of people are going to look at last night and play the flip-flop game. I'm gonna continue to be lower on the Flyers than I am the Caps. So Caps -1 plus 109 for me in this game is the way I'm going to move on it. Let's see. He lean LAC lean but pass over pass. Okay, caps lean caps. There you go. Caps puck line plus 185. Over or 1.5 goals first period. Lean over. I guess actually I lean under. My bad. But yeah, Caps team total over 3.5. Dylan Strome assist. I wouldn't mind going after Dylan Strome over 0.5 point again. Road Warriors. I watched that Flyers game yesterday. Can't bet on them right now. Nope, absolutely not. Have a good day, Tim. Good luck, everyone. I'm out. See you, Marcos. John Carlson assist. Strome's point is too high now. I'm passing. Fair. Maybe Strome point with the Caps money line. Pierre-Luc Dubois point plus 124. Tom Wilson goal plus 200 and assist plus 200. Manigiapane plus 350 cash yesterday. Why not again today? Go for it. Overtime, never mind. I'm tripping. Disregard that. Yeah, no, I'm on the -1 line for the Caps. I think they win in regulation by multiple goals again, and the Flyers continue to struggle. But that is everything for today's card. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to check out the CapperTek. I'm going to post the link to that in the chat. And we have college basketball starting in a couple weeks. And all my college football, all my college basketball, my college football will probably be posted today. Follow my CapperTek and you will get a week's worth of plays for free. I want to see if anybody has followed my CapperTek recently, so I can go ahead and give them a free week, and the answer is no. So there's that. But that is everything for today's card. Let's go ahead and I'm going to head on out here, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.